Want to get the absolute most amount of money from the sale of your home? Well, follow these proven strategies to maximize the money that you're able to realize from what's likely the largest investment in your portfolio. For the best real estate advice and home selling tips, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, ding the bell, that way you're notified each and every Thursday as we post new videos. Choosing the right price for your home can be daunting and overwhelming. There is a magic formula that the best agents use to give you confidence that you are absolutely selling for top dollar in the marketplace. We've literally helped hundreds and hundreds of home sellers put more money in their pocket. In fact, so much money that it's literally overflowing out of their pockets into a big pile of cash on the ground. Here's a basic rule of thumb that you want to think about as you're preparing to put a price on your home. Number one, overpriced. When you overprice a property, it will sit on the market longer than it needs to, and there are fewer buyers that are ultimately going to be looking at that home. So you have fewer buyers and you're on the market longer. That equals less money in your pocket. Number two, right price. Best buyers equals the most amount of money in your pocket. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're hitting as close as you can to that market value. That way, when buyers are searching online, they're looking at your property, they're seeing your property, it's jumping out at them, they're thinking, oh my gosh, honey, this looks like a great property. It's at a great price. The best buyers will hop in their car, they will go out, they will take a look at your home, and when that happens, the more buyers that you have looking at your home, the higher probability that you are going to get the absolute most amount of money that the market is willing to bear for your home at that specific time. Number three, lowest price. When you underprice your home, you basically do what's called an auction effect. You price it so low that every buyer in the marketplace comes out to your property. They see it online and they flock to it. Now, ultimately, what's going to happen is you're going to get multiple offers. That price will go up depending on how many offers you actually get. So you're probably going to, in the end, get really close to market value. Now, does that always happen? No, it doesn't. So you may be leaving some money on the table and losing some equity when you attempt to do the auction effect. If an agent underprices a property to that effect, usually you're going to be leaving some money on the table. So lowest price means you're going to get the absolute most amount of buyers interested, and there's a potential that you will actually leave money on the table. Okay, so take a minute, comment below. I'd love to hear your experience around pricing a home. What's been your experience? Also, we recently posted a video on the top reasons to work with a team over an individual agent. So be sure to click on that link and check out that video below. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, and I want to give you some proven strategies, some pro tips that we use to make sure that we're maximizing the equity in our seller's home and we're getting them typically more than the average agent in the marketplace. When you have a buyer that's interested in your property, so I get a call from an agent, hi Andy, this is Joe Smith with XYZ Realty. I have an interested buyer in your property and they would like to write an offer. Yay, that's what we're looking for. So let's say that we had 10 other buyers come through the property. We had 2 buyers that had some pretty serious interest, but they're on the fence just a little bit. So now that I'm expecting an offer, I will pick up the phone. I will call those other 2 agents that had the buyers that were on the fence, and I will say, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Agent. We are expecting an offer. And if your client still has any serious interest, please let them know, and we'd love to see an offer. We'd love to work with you. What that does is it creates urgency. Ultimately, in real estate, that's what you want to do. You want to create urgency. When you create urgency, you put people into action, and when you put people into action, typically we get offers. So that is pro tip number 1. Pro tip number 2. Respond to every offer. Sometimes in real estate, you are going to get an offer that, quite honestly, sucks. Horrible offer. Most sellers, their first inclination is like, we're not going to even respond to this offer. We're offended. we don't appreciate it, and we're not even going to take our time, energy, or effort to respond to that offer. That is a bad idea. You want to respond to every single offer, even if it's an absolutely horrible offer. This is the pro tip and the strategy that we use to make sure that we're putting more money in our client's pocket. So we will respond to that offer. We will respond with a counter offer that is absolutely perfect. The closing time frame is to our seller's benefit. The price is exactly what they wanted to get out of the transaction. Basically, we structure the whole deal so it is absolutely perfect for our client. We send that off to the other agent, and 9 times out of 10, the buyer, because they had such unrealistic expectations, that they're not going to respond to that offer. So the real pro tip is that we will give them a response deadline of sometimes 5 days, sometimes 7 days. But the point is, we will give them a long response timeline. Typically what will happen is they will not even respond to that offer. So we have a live offer on the table for an extended period of time. And so as we have new people that come through, we create urgency. You're probably starting to see a theme here. We want to create urgency. So a new buyer comes into the property, they go, oh my gosh, this home is beautiful. I think it might be perfect for our family. You say, well, we do have a current offer on the table. We have a response deadline that's coming up here in the next couple of days. If you're seriously interested in it, I would really give it some serious consideration. And if you're interested in writing an offer, talk with your agent, or if they don't have an agent, then we'd love to talk them through that process as well. So that's pro tip number 2, is respond to every offer, no matter how crappy it is. Pro tip number 3. This is probably one of my favorite pro tips that we use. As a matter of fact, it was probably about a month ago. We had a property that was listed on the market for, I don't know. It was probably right around 60 days. So it was much longer than the market average. We had recently had a price adjustment to pretty close to where the market was dictating. We got one offer. That offer was not a great offer. We went back and forth several times. I felt like we were really close to putting that offer together. And while we had that offer, this is what we did, and this is the pro tip. So as soon as we got that offer, I'm talking with the seller, and I said, Mrs. Seller, I want you to grab out a piece of paper, grab a pen, and I want you to write this down. Dear agents, we currently have an offer on the table. If your client has any serious interest, please contact my agent, Andy Green, at 503-877-3637 right away. Thank you, Mrs. Seller. So you put that note on either the kitchen countertop or the dining room table, and as buyers are coming into the home, they see that note, and immediately it generates a sense of urgency. And so before they leave that home, typically what they'll do is they'll be having a conversation between each other, and they're either going to love it and to be seriously considering writing an offer, or they're just going to write it off. And maybe it's just not the right home, and that's absolutely going to happen. But that sense of urgency will get people over the hump, where if that note wasn't there and they didn't know that there was another offer, they may take their sweet time, and 2, 3, a week later, they will have missed the opportunity. We ended up coming together, accepting less than we wanted to. So in this example, we had that offer. It was not a great offer. We were actually coming to terms, or we were really close to it. And then because of that note, we got another offer immediately. They knew that there was an offer on the table, and they wrote a pretty darn good offer, which was much better than the first offer that we had. So if that doesn't put more money in our seller's pocket, I don't know what does. Now you have a few pro tips that you can use when pricing your home and selling your home in the least amount of time for the absolute most amount of money possible. These are the tips that we at Green Group Real Estate, one of the top teams in the Metro Portland market, use to put more money in our sellers' pockets. You can use these too. If you're interested in finding out the current market value of your home, you can do one of 2 things. Number 1 is we're going to include a link right down below for an automated home value. Super quick, super easy. All you have to do is click on that link, put in your address, put in your name, and it'll spit out an automated home value. It is not the most accurate in the marketplace. It will give you a really good idea. It should be close. And that brings me to point number 2. If you want a super accurate home valuation, text I want to sell my home to 503-314-8013. Include your name, I want to sell my home, and one of our top agents will get right on that. They will do a market valuation and look at a vast amount of properties that are active, that are pending, and that have sold, and come up with a truly accurate market valuation for what we feel your home may potentially sell for in today's market. Also, if you'd like to join a secret society of people just like you, we've created a Facebook group where we post a lot of the tips that we discussed today, and just general real estate information to keep you in the know. So make sure that you subscribe to that group and follow us there. If you like this video, let me know by liking the video down below, subscribe, comment with "Show me the money," and that way I know that we're doing our job. We're providing you guys with the information that you need to make an educated decision and just keep you up to date with what's going on in the real estate market.